Okay. Oh, well, there's the one. Okay, we're going to get started. It's recording. Okay. I'm going to share my screen so that y'all can see what I'm doing. For those of you that are watching the recording, I'm following this Power Hour sheet, and if you want a copy of it, just message me and I will give it. It's a whole booklet thing. It's actually really cool. So let me share my screen. And if somebody will just give me like a thumbs up that y'all can see my screen. Cool, thanks. Okay, so I'm going to make it bigger so that y'all can see. I'm going to go to my homepage. Now my way of doing this Power Hour may be a little bit different than yours because of how long I've been doing this business. I'm kind of tapping into a colder market now, whereas you may be still hustling in your hot market. Maybe you're talking to some warm market people that are friends of friends or referrals, things like that. Maybe it's some customer leads that you've gotten. So just keep that in mind as I'm going through that. I'm kind of tapped out of my hot market, although I will not say I neglect it. I still post on my personal page. I still connect with a lot of friends from college, from high school that are still following me and have still told me no and are still watching what I'm doing, so I'm still following up with them. So like I said, just keep that in mind as I'm going through and doing this. So the first thing, well, I was going to show y'all first this little booklet that I'm using. That way you can just see it, and if you think it's fun, then I'll send it y'all's way. But it's really cool, and it's organized, and at least it's organized in my brain. So there's the Power Hour, what week it is. It's broken into weeks. You talk about your weekly like reminders, ideas, notes. They all kind of go right there. Any calls that you're listening to, any like trainings that you've done. Your week in action. So all levels of coaching, and then once you're growing a team, it tacks on different things that you can build from there as leaders. And then connections, because we want that list to always be growing, and so each week you should be adding new people to this list. And then 5 daily what I call power hours, if you will. So 5 of those. And then last but not least, posts, how to set up your posts for the week. So it's kind of cool. It kind of gives you some ideas and sections to break it up. So if you want a copy of that, just reach out and let me know. But let's go ahead and jump right in. So we're going to spend 5 minutes. The first thing on the list is adding friends. So this can be in different interest groups that you are a part of. It could be requests of friends, and I can show you where to find that. And then it can be common followers that have just been following you. Maybe, like I said, it's a friend of a friend, or if you do have a like page, it might be someone new on your like page. But I try to add 3 friends a day. That's even small for me, considering that I do have a like page. So if you're only adding 1 a day, as long as you're adding at least 1 a day, I should say, you're good. Okay, so let's spend 5 minutes adding 1 to 3 friends to our list. I always write them down so that you know to go back and check that request, make sure it's been accepted, and or cancel it if it hasn't been answered in, I usually do 1 to 2 weeks. So we'll all do it together, but if you're watching me, then I'll walk you through what I'm doing. So I go to my friends list. And I go to, I'm sorry, I don't go to my friends list. I go to recently added. And then I want to see someone that I've just added. So like Sarah Adamson. I know we just connected because she was a like on my page and I connected with her. So for example, if I wanted to pick that friend, I'm going to go to their page and their friends list and people that you may know. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to pull up people that I might know. So we're going to have some kind of connection. It's like that weird, you're connected like 6 people deep or whatever. And so I would look for people that it says you have mutual friends with. I'm not seeing any here. I think too, when you log in, like on your home page, I think it tells you like people you may know. Maybe it's on your phone. Now, of course, it's not going to show me. It's going to show me ads. I don't see it over here. Okay, so friends. I also can go to like college, for example, and these are people that I went to college with, so I could say, okay, Danielle, let's see what mutual friends Danielle and I have. We have 18 mutual friends, but what about the people that I may know? So if I go here and go to people I may know. Okay, so Brandy Holscher. I know her husband because he played football, so I could maybe send her a friend request. We have 9 mutual friends. I typically like to pick the ones that we have the most mutual friends because they'll be like, I probably know this person. And I know this probably sounds icky, especially if you're new at adding friends, but this is just how you expand your network, and you're just looking to help people. You're not going to be spamming them. You're not going to be, pushing product on them. You're just trying to connect with more people and see if you have something that might help them with something that they need help with. So, I'm going to do Erin. So I'm just going to add her, write her name down. Erin Bosworth Hunt. Okay. Are y'all having luck doing it too? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna add her. And then one more. Christy. Okay, so these are all the volleyball girls. It's so funny how you recognize people after you haven't seen them in a few years. Well, a lot of years. And these are actually the easier messages to send because typically when I send a friend request, I turn right around and I send a message just so that they're not getting this random friend request. And I say, hey, didn't we go to college together? Were you on the volleyball team? Things like that. So I think that comes next in Hey Girl messages, but that's why I write the names down. So it's easier to send these people a message, I feel like, than just randos that you're like, they liked your page and you're trying to connect with them. At least you have a common thread here with these people. So 2 more minutes, unless y'all don't need any more time, you can flag me down, wave to me and say we're good, we've done our 3. Give it 2 more minutes to friend request people, and I'm going to try and find where it says like suggest friends for me. Maybe it was on this page. Find friends. And FYI, this is where you find your sent requests. So make sure that you're going in and canceling super old requests so that if you send too many requests without people accepting them, Facebook will put you in Facebook jail for sending too many friend requests. And then you won't be able to send any for like 30 days or something like that. It's crazy. So this looks like something that would be cool too, is like people in your email that maybe you haven't connected with. But I'm not seeing what I was looking for. And if anyone knows, please tell me or message me and let me know. But usually it says people you may know, and I don't know where that little box is. It's usually like over here somewhere. But that's what I go to every day. Maybe it's on my phone. I'll look at my phone. I don't know where it is. Friends. Suggestions, maybe. I don't know. Okay, one more minute. Okay. So the next thing on our Power Hour list is, or the one that I'm following, is post likes, comments, and planning tomorrow's posts. So I had touched this little notification button right before we hit start by accident, but it had 99 plus, and I don't know if yours has ever gotten that high before, but I don't check my notifications until the very last thing of the day. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One, because it distracts me. And once you click it, it's like they just keep coming in. And then two, because as people are commenting, it's notifying you, right? So it's making that little red number go up. And so then at the end of the day, if you go in like this, like we're going to do on number 2, and you reply to all those people and those comments and those likes, it's going to put your stuff back in the news feed again. It's going to push it back through. So more eyes are going to see it. People that have commented on it already are going to now have their friends see their comments, and their friends are going to now see your post. So it's kind of just some strategy behind it. Plus it's working smarter, not harder, in my opinion. So number 2 is going back to your posts and reaching out to either the likes, the comments on there, and just thanking them for liking your picture or replying to what they've said, maybe sending them a like that's like, hey, thanks for liking my picture. Are you into fitness too? Or have you had that whatever too, whatever it is you've posted about. So let's spend about, I put 5 minutes, but because we're going to plan tomorrow's post too, let's spend about 5 minutes doing that, and then 5 minutes planning our post. So because I'm in 2 places, I go to my personal page and I go to my like page. So if you have a like page too, then you'll want to head over there for that too. I also like all of my own pictures, not because I'm like, what's the word, snotty or whatever. Because it helps with the traction too. People will see that you've liked a post, and it'll show them your stuff. So, okay, well that's my mother-in-law, so I can reply to her. I play some music while we're sitting in silence. Michael Bublé. Where was I? Too many pages open. There we go. I tag everybody back. Everybody. Even if it's my mother-in-law. Everybody. Nope. Commercial. I don't pay for Pandora. It's free. that's all for today. And just a little note and tip, go back to, if you're doing this daily, you don't have to do this, but go back to some of your older posts, especially after you've commented, like tonight, it's going to go back in the news feed again. So people are going to see it again tomorrow morning. You're going to wake up and there's probably going to be some more posts or comments on your stuff just from people seeing it over the night and into the morning. So you can always go back to older posts and find that too. Okay, look at my page. Another tip too is to always ask a question to keep the conversation going. So I just kind of did it with this lady right here. She's talking about interruptions, but it's her dogs and puppies. So I asked her what kind of dogs does she have. So that's going to get her, because everyone likes to talk about themselves and their kids and their life. So if you can get them talking, it's going to just show that you're a real person, and it's also going to keep the engagement up on that post and help you get to know that person a little bit better. Okay, let's do like one more minute of these, and then we can jump into planning our posts. Okay, so now moving on to planning our posts for tomorrow. So what I like to do is I like to lay out, first of all, what like times I'm going to be posting, so like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and what I'm going to be talking about. And how I kind of decide what I'm going to be doing is based off of what I did today. So I go back to my last 3 or 4 posts and I see what I talked about. So today, for example, it would have been, if I was just looking at this page, it would have been food, fitness, and family. Okay, so I try to stay within those themes, if you will: food, fitness, family, faith, if you will, and then adventure, fun, that kind of thing. So we call that our brand. And so within each of those themes, we have our specific, like, what makes us who we are, what makes us different than other coaches. So I go back to the last, post. So I did, something about my job, being a coach, earning a prize for the hard work, yada, yada. I did one about my family. My daughter lost her tooth. I always share my workout every single day. And then food. So the next post tomorrow might be another family post. It doesn't have to go in any specific order, but I would say, okay, tomorrow morning I could talk about my son, because he's always up with me in the mornings, and I could make some posts about my son. So that's probably what I would do. So let's spend 5 minutes planning out our post for tomorrow. I can give you guys some ideas. Tomorrow's Wednesday, workout Wednesday, water Wednesday. You could talk about hydration. You could talk, ask questions. You could talk about women crush, You could talk about what you're eating or what you're doing right now. Those are always fun. Anything that has to do with people participating. So whether it's like, hey, drop your favorite emoji below, or rate your workout below with an emoji, or I saw Ashley Tarrant is a coach on our team, and I saw her post one about what is your ladies or moms, I don't remember if she used ladies or moms, she said ladies or moms, what's the one area that you want to tone up this year? And she had the hearts, the different colored hearts with what, like abs, arms, butt, whatever, and she said put the heart color below of what you want to tone up. And I thought that was really cool, because how easy is it for people to go in, and it's just fun, so keep it fun, keep it light. But I want you to come up with 3 posts for tomorrow. And if you're in the revival group, there's some stuff in there too, so you'll be assigned that tomorrow, as well as what we'll be posting about tomorrow. So that'll give you even more ideas. So come up with 3. I typically, like I said, like to post 3 times a day, sometimes 4. 4 is kind of the sweet spot, but definitely 3. So let's take 5 minutes to do that. Plan out our posts. And as y'all are doing that, I'm just going to give you guys some tips. Depending on what you're going to talk about, you can search it up here in the Facebook search bar. So if you were going to do, let's say, Workout Wednesday, there's a huge hashtag for that, right? So Workout Wednesday. It's a popular search. It's going to pull up all different types. Oh, look, there's me. Whether you've used the hashtag or other coaches have used the hashtag, and you can get inspiration. So I do this often when I'm feeling flat and I'm like, okay, today's Thirsty Thursday. I need to post about Thirsty Thursday. What am I going to say? And I can go in and type in the hashtag like Workout Wednesday, and you can click on these, photos, and you can see what other people are doing that's getting traction. So right here, 3, 4, like tons of coaches on our team that I see. Ashley's a coach, Maureen, Tara, Melissa, Megan are all coaches on our team, and myself. So if you're to click on the pictures, you're going to get photo ideas, and you're going to get like content ideas of what to say to go along with that picture. And I mean, it got 11 comments of engagement. So again, get ideas, don't copy, verbatim what people are doing. Be yourself, be your own, person, but just get ideas from what other, coaches are doing, and what they're saying, how they're saying it. So if you get stuck, that's a good idea. And you don't have to type in hashtags. Those are obviously the most popular, but you could type in like pregnancy is a big one. So for example, like 6 months old, because my son is 6 months old. If I wanted to see what was trending and what people were saying about 6-month-olds, I could type that in, So just a little tip to kind of help with content, because I know that's a hard one sometimes to always be coming up with something to say. And then my last tip, sorry, y'all are like, please be quiet so I can focus, is on pages. If you follow certain pages, whether they're coaches or just fitness professionals or inspirational speakers, whatever, you can actually search on their pages for different post ideas or different topics. So if you're following someone that, talks about Shakeology and breastfeeding, you can type that in. Or if you know they use a certain hashtag, you can type that in and search for it, and it'll, pull up. Can't type. For example, on my page, I obviously talk a lot about breastfeeding, but it's going to pull up any post that talks about, breastfeeding or whatever. And so that is another way to get ideas from people that you're currently following that you might have something in common with. So 2 more minutes to finish up planning our posts. many of you have a like page? Just raise your hand up. No, no, no. No, no, no. Okay. I should have asked that in the beginning. Okay. So if y'all got through at least one post, then you can come up with some others tomorrow or later on after this call. So number 3 is new conversations. And this is what I like to call hey girl messages. So just connecting with people. So it's very encouraging. It's very, value added. It's not salesy. It's not, hey, join my group. It's not any of that kind of stuff. So I actually have scripts that I call my Hey Girl scripts up here in the Google Drive, which the whole team has access to. So like I said, if you don't have that, please reach out because you should. If you don't. So they're right here. They're these Hey Girl messages. And I think this is the most updated one. Let me check and make sure. No, this is the one I want. And as I write them, they change all the time. So as I write them, I try to plop them in here so that I've got them to send for next time. But it's really just, hey, thank you for liking my post. It's hard for me to put myself out there, or it's hard for me to share my journey, or I didn't know if anyone would appreciate me sharing this, or I'm doing it to hold myself accountable, but the fact that you've liked it helps to cheer me on. Thank you, whatever. And then you always end it with a question, like, how are you? That's the easy one. Are you into health and fitness too? Do you have any New Year's health and fitness goals? Do you have any goals? Are you on a journey? Whatever. So these, like I said, are in the Google Drive, and they get more specific towards certain things as you go down the list. But basically what you're doing is going back to your posts, and you're looking to see if there's a regular, someone that's always commenting, or someone that maybe has liked it for the first time ever. So I always check these likes, and I want to know who's liking it. So I know this is one of my challengers, for example. And so I could reach out to her and just say, hey, how's it going? How's your, I'm actually going to save her for another time, like for a coaching invite. So I'm not going to do one for her right now to show you guys. So that's a bad example. Let's see. A lot of these are coaches. My husband. Every one of these is a coach. So mine's not a very good example, but there's Anne. So I could reach, well, no. Let's see. Here we go. Jenny. Jenny's my neighbor. And we're actually in conversation about getting her set up on some Shakeology. She just had a baby, so I passed down all of Jack's stuff to her. Oh, wait, I don't want to click there. I want to go to my messenger. So we're going to open this in a new tab. Here's what I mean. I'll show you guys what the messenger thing looks like if you can see my screen. Oh, well. Anyways. Okay, so see, we left off November 22nd. Oh my gosh, I have not followed up with her. I feel terrible. We actually texted the other day, so I don't feel that bad. But I said, did you need to place an order of Shakeology? I have more clothes if you want them. Okay. So I can be like, hey, girl. How are you? She liked a picture of mine. So which picture was it? The one with Jack and I. Okay. Of course, baby Jack. This is where you would want to say, hey, thanks for liking my picture, or wasn't that picture of Jack and I so funny? Or is Wake? I would ask her about is your son grabbing stuff yet? Here, I'll just type it out. How are you? Saw you liked my photo of Jack helping me work. Ha ha ha. Is Wakelin grabbing at stuff yet? So sorry, spend 10 minutes sending hey girl messages, and I want you to just pick out 3, okay? Just pick out 3 and go through your posts and see if there's like 3 people that you can just say hey. It's not scary at all. You're just saying hi, checking in. And this one's a bad example because I know her. She's my neighbor. We text offline too. So, but just an example. If it is someone that you know, you can keep it real. Just be a real person. So we're planning on getting the boys together and going on a walk. And I know that she's going to buy Shakeology. I need to get her in person to do it. One of those things where they just need to like be face to face to make it happen. They don't want to do it over the phone or over online. All right, so let's see if we can find a better one. Okay, that's all that liked that one. Okay, here's somebody. I don't know who that is, so let's see who that is. Sorry. If y'all don't want me to talk, just tell me to be quiet. I always pull up the old message, like, I don't know why my computer's being so slow. I always pull up the previous message so I can see what we've talked about. So this is someone that I've invited, oh my gosh, over a year ago. So crazy. I promise I'm good at following up. From the last 2, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Hey, girl. What picture did she like? Oh, the Tooth Fairy one. And so this is where where did I type it? Oh, Melissa, there we go. This is where I say, like, hey, I saw you saw my picture and it made me think of you. And that we haven't connected in a while, so I wanted to stop by and say hi. And you can make it even that simple. Careful when you're typing like this. If you press enter, it sends it. Press shift enter if you're on your computer. Okay. Close some of these out. I don't need all those. Okay. Ashley, I don't know who that is. And Courtney. There's Jenny again. This is a past challenger of mine, so we have like 2 more minutes. Okay, I can get one more in. And I know she's fallen off track, so this will be a good message just to get back in touch with her again. Oh, I know, that's different. Hey, girl. Cannot type. Emojis go a long way. I write how I talk, so I use a lot of smiley faces. I use y'all. I try to be as real as I can in my messages. I think it goes a long way. Okay. Okay. So hopefully y'all got through 1 or 3 of those. So these are, non-coaching, just encouragement. So now we're going to get into inviting and spend 10 minutes on inviting people, whether it's to a challenge group, to a coaching webinar, or to learn more about coaching and what we do as coaches, or to a sneak peek that will be coming up on the 25th. So I will be hosting a sneak peek on the 25th for those of you that want to invite to that webinar. I'm going to be partnering up with some other leaders on the team, and you can invite to that. So you should have a list, unless you're like a brand spanking new coach, you should have a list of people that you've been thinking about inviting to the coaching opportunity, whether they're your 10s and they are personal trainers, fitness instructors, gym owners, what have you, way up there on your list, and you're like, this person would be amazing if they were on my team as a coach and they would crush it, to the moms and sisters and wives that are like us, just wanting to, they are passionate about health and fitness, they like working out, they're using the products currently, whether they're in your challenge groups already or they're just already posting about their fitness journey. So I try to invite at least 2 people a day to coaching. And I know that sounds like a lot, but so if daily goals are a struggle for you, you're like, I cannot focus on doing 2 a day, then focus on a week goal. And so maybe you do your inviting, 2 days of the week, and you're getting in 5 invites for the week. So maybe that's how you can adjust the number so that they don't scare you on a daily basis. Because a lot of us, especially the leaders on the team, we do what we call, what do we call it?
Massive action.
Why am I drawing a blank? Message blitzing, but massive action days, that's what we call it. So some days we don't get in as much screen time as we'd like as far as the computer goes and messaging people. So on a Friday when, the kids are at school or away or whatever, we might have 3 hours to sit down and really plug away and send. So we might invite 50 people at one time, and that covers us for the entire month. So so don't be afraid to do that, to batch your stuff together. So let's get into some inviting. I like to start with my challengers because they are like top of mind. They're already using the products. They're already engaged in a challenger group, so they know what one is when it comes to hosting one as a coach themselves. And if they're already crushing it, then why wouldn't you ask them? So I'm going to head over to my challenge group. And yours may be on the health bet, and so you can actually message people from the health bet. If you're running one, I don't know if any of you guys are, so if I'm wasting my time trying to show you this, then let me know. But you can, in the future, when you do run your own app challenge group on the app, I have a health bet one running. you can come in here and you can actually message people directly. So, so you can send a message to just the people that you've invited. So I could go here and say I want to send a message to everyone that I've invited. And some of you may have gotten this because I did send it out the other day. And just check in with people. So you could pick people at random. Like if someone says killing it, you can be like, hey, Crystal, you're killing the challenge group and you're staying on track and you're keeping everyone else motivated. Have you ever considered, again, I have scripts up here in the Google Drive for inviting to coaching if you're scared about putting it into words. So there's a couple of different examples of how to check in with people and how to message like your discount coaching. People that have been using Shakeology for a month now and they love it, you can always offer the discount to them and say, hey, would you like to sign up as discount coach and save discount customer, and save money on Shakeology too. So like I said, I'm going to head to my challenge group first, but you head wherever you want to. Let's take 10 minutes to send at least one, but I'm going to challenge you to send 2 coaching invites tonight. And look, my hey girl message responded. It works. She didn't say hey girl though. Anyways, I'm doing well. Okay, well, we're not doing that right now. We're on to inviting to coaching. Here's my challenge. Better than yesterday. Okay. So I know that I have a girl in here that I want to check in with and message. Okay. There she is. This girl. Erin. It's a good idea to go to the person's page that you're going to be messaging, whether you're hey girling them or you're inviting them to something, and just see what they've been posting about. That way you have something to ask them about or talk to them about. Be like, hey, I saw your date night. Was it fun? Or whatever. Looks like they actually did go on a date night. Okay, how are y'all doing? Did you get through at least one? Maybe two? Two? Good job, Heidi. Okay, I'm going to stick with one because we're going to move on. We only have like 5 minutes left. We have two more things to do. Crap. Sorry. It's because I'm sitting there talking too much. Okay, so hopefully you can get through at least one more if you've only gotten to one tonight, or maybe in the morning. Add it to your list tomorrow and do three. So the next thing on the list is follow-up, and this one is key, as you all saw. When you forget to follow up, it's so bad. It's like you've forgotten about that person, and maybe they were waiting on you or maybe they weren't, but it's so important to that person when you remember, because everybody's busy. We all know that. Everybody's busy. But when you're that person that can remember and you're like, hey, I told you I'd follow up and here I am following up. I know so many people appreciate it, and so many people come back to me and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for following up. So get in the habit of doing that now. I write down, I'm a pen and paper gal, for those of you that do or don't know. If you've been on a power hour with me before, I write down everybody that I talk to, and I know y'all can't probably see me right now, but everybody that I talk to, and I write a little note about what we talked about, whether it was Shako or inviting or challenge groups or coaching. And then when it's time to follow up, like now, I go back to those lists and I look and see, who do I need to follow up with? When did I say I would follow up with them? And then you used to be able to track it in Messenger, which you can't anymore. It drives me nuts. Where you could come over here and say, click all unread messages. So you could just mark messages as unread that you needed to go back and follow up with. Can't do it anymore. At least I can't. So I hope that changes back, because I do not like this new thing that they have. So now I just scroll down to where it's not bold anymore, and I start following up with people. A lot of my follow-up, I mark the messages as unread, like I said. Then I know that they're bold and they're like, hey, come follow up with me. Or they're just messages that people have responded to me now, whether it was a hey girl or an invite, and I need to go follow up with them now and respond to the message. So let's take 5 to 10 minutes to do that, depending if you have enough time. I don't want to keep you past the hour. And the last the last bit of this power hour is just checking in with your challenge group, your coach online office, and your team of coaches. So that part's not hard. So we can take 5 to 10 minutes to do this. So spend that time following up with 5 people real quick. And quit talking, Sarah. I have a follow-up script as well. So if y'all need that, it's back here, follow-up guidelines. And it gives you some different options with following up, like how many times to do it. I know that's always a big question. How many times do I follow up with somebody? A lot. Like at least 5 times. It says right there, at least 5 times. And so it walks you through follow-up 1 and the message, follow-up 2 and the message, follow-up 3 and follow-up 4, follow-up 5. So that's there for you guys if you need it. So let's do some follow-up. Just some music on. I don't even know if y'all can hear that. It calms my mind. Those are the two. So there's one for the follow-up, and then the next one is for the whole drive, and it's under scripts and templates. Right here. And then all at the bottom. You're welcome. Okay, where was I? Going to the gym 5 times a week. Crazy. Why go to the gym 5 times a week when you could work out at home? Okay. Are y'all feeling good about your follow-up? Have you gotten through a couple follow-up messages? Okay, cool. Well, the last thing on my list is to check into your challenge groups, which shouldn't take long at all. I just kind of go in and I like and comment on my challengers' posts, give them some love. On Wednesdays especially, so you can go ahead and check tonight, but check that Coach Online office, make sure if you've sent any customer links that those orders have come through, that you see Success Club points, that you see your customers back there, and if you're pushing for rank or holding rank, or if you're an emerald, go back, check and make sure your coaches are projected to stay active so that you don't lose your rank. Check into the team page so that you don't miss any exciting news that we're posting and sharing in there. And if you don't have a personally sponsored group, you should, because if you're signed up as a coach and you're building, which if you're on this call you probably are, then you're a leader. And so you need to be acting like one, and that's part of that is having a personally sponsored group for your coaches and, you know, treating them like part of your team and sharing nuggets with them. So checking in with them. And then obviously your personal development, your workout, and your Shakeology. Boom. I had it tonight. And I got my workout in. So personal development is left to do, and I read at night before I go to bed. I'm currently reading Get Over Your Damn Self, and I think Heidi's reading that too. I don't know where she went, but anyways, it's really good. There are so many good nuggets in that book. So anyways, it's a good one. It's one that you can like read over and over again. So I wanted to open it up for questions. I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to stop sharing. Stop the recording.